There we go. All right, we want to make sure this is recorded. So Happy New Year almost to each and every one of you. Merry Christmas. I know it is a very, very busy time of year for everybody. You either have family or you're traveling. All right, who's traveling and who's got family? Let's see who's doing. Where are you guys? Are you all traveling? Did you travel or are you traveling tomorrow? I have no idea where you all are. But yep, they're family. I love that. All right, well, we're here until after Christmas and then we're traveling. So I just want to let you know that first off, I just want to say Merry Christmas to all of you. And I just love our time together. So I love tonight because it's just us. Like there's no guests on tonight. There's no free e-starts. There's no anything, but we are giving away 6 amazing Kate Spade items tonight. So please make sure that you are on here tonight. Make sure you put your name in that chat section. And directors, if you're on here, I have 3 giveaways for you tonight. 3. So make sure directors, your name is on here. I'm already behind the chat section. But we have 6 Kate Spade items tonight. And how many of you are ready for a new year? How many of you are ready for a new year to start a jump start into the new year? How many of you are ready to thrive in 2025? I'm gonna have to keep up with the chat section there. Yes, we are all ready for the new year. So I hope you took notes. I don't know whether you're traveling, you're sitting in a hotel right now. Okay, everybody wants to talk to me at one time. Let me turn my phone off. There we go. It's grandkids are calling. So, but anyway, I'm ready to thrive in 2025. I love the fact that it's 2025 and I'm walking into my last, don't be sad, 12 months of Mary Kay. But I'm still around. So don't worry. I'm not leaving my post. But it is my last 12 months officially in Mary Kay. But you know how that goes. They have to really drag me out of here. So some of you may ask, why am I teaching this class now in December? Well, because you don't wake up on January 1 and say, okay, momentum is just starting. Okay, no, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Some of you guys are freaked out about that. So momentum does not just kick in gear. Momentum is like a roller coaster. How many of you are a roller coaster? How many of you have ridden a roller coaster at least once in your life? Yeah, probably once in your life, right? Okay, momentum is like a roller coaster. As you know, you first get in, all right? And then you go up a very steep track. And how many remember the clicking sound that goes click, 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 and it takes you to the top of a platform. And we're okay for that part, but then you start to feel your stomach. How many of you were like at the top of a platform start to feel your stomach? Maybe you start to feel like I'm going to throw up. I don't know. Oh my gosh. From there you go on for the ride of your life. And that's what the new year is. Getting ready for life, to get on the ride for your life. I always used to tell everybody in Mary Kay, and I'll tell you right now, I always said you get to wave, you get 2 choices. You get to wave as those who pass by you on the roller coaster, or you jump on for the ride of the life, for all the ups and downs and everything. So momentum starts with movement, okay? So thank you for being on here tonight. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy holiday season to be on and to learn about movement and momentum and getting started for the new year. And I just so appreciate each and every one of you. And I just want to say that this is going to be fun tonight. So I hope it's interactive. I will try and pay as much attention to the chat section as possible and answer your questions. So let's talk about momentum starts with the word movement. I'll write that down. Movement. Okay, so here's one of the questions. I believe, honestly, that you all know what you need to change in order to get better results. How many of you know that? All of you are like, I know what I need to do. So for instance, how many of you know what the #1 New Year's resolution is? Worldwide, not statewide, worldwide. How many of you know what that is? I'm waiting in the chat section. What is the #1? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. It is get in shape, lose weight. See, we all know that. This is a world problem, okay? And so every year, that's right, to lose weight. Do you know that they have the highest enrollment in fitness centers in January, like nationwide, maybe even worldwide? And the most cancellations happen around April. Did you know that? So one of the things that I want you to pray for in 2025 every day so that you will thrive is the word discipline. Discipline will take that weight off for those of you looking at that. Discipline will get you on the phone to call prospects, to call for bookings. Discipline will get you on the phone to just call. Discipline will move mountains in your life. Discipline, along with a tight schedule, and being consistent will be the key to anything you do. So discipline has served me well. So if you are not disciplined, and sometimes and just say consultants, we need a boss, but we need that accountability. That's what we need. We need that accountability. So discipline and accountability. So you need to be accountable to your director, which is super important also too. And directors do not like to play the game called where did she go? The directors know what I'm talking about. Where is she? I can't find her. So discipline has served me well my entire career. I am over 42 years in Mary Kay, will retire at over 43 years in this company. And discipline has served me well, and being organized and consistent. So discipline, organization, and consistent. Some of you are like, okay, check out. I'm out of here. I can't handle any of those. But anything that we do is a skill. So let's talk for a minute, if you know about our virtual events we've been doing them the week after the lockdown. I came back from Europe in March of whatever that year was that we did the lockdown. And we got wind of it was happening. And I just come off a beauty event that we had done for 7 days in Amsterdam. And we had 2,200 leads from that event. And I came home, and I remember coming into the San Francisco terminal in San Francisco, California. And I was like, what are all these stations set up? They said there's COVID testing. I'm like, what the heck is that? And literally within 48 hours from coming home, the world shut down, and we lost all 2,200 leads that just happened. But with that lockdown, when the pandemic occurred, we pivoted very quickly, and many of you have been with me since. Some of you who are on here tonight have been with me since we pivoted, and that was over 4 years ago, guys. But we have not left our post. Every Wednesday and every Thursday, now I know this is not a Wednesday, but this was a substitute for the holidays. Every Wednesday and every Thursday, we have been on our virtual events. Now, that's not to say that live events are not important, that you shouldn't be doing a live event, but it served us well. And what served us well was, number one, to be organized with it, to be consistent with it, and make sure that you had the right materials for that. So we have not left our post for over 4 years of Wednesdays and Thursdays events. And it's consistent, so all of you can count on it. Like in 2 weeks, I don't know if you've seen the January calendar, because you're like, I'm shopping for Christmas. In 2 weeks, Miranda and her fashion and trend report will be on. So number one, for you consultants, I want you to know something. You have a brilliant sales director, and I want you to take a minute and text her thank you. I will give you a minute to do that, because the directors participate in this by sending in some money every month. I take all that money and buy Kate Spade, Kendra Scott, give away e-starts, pay for my admin to patch out all that stuff. If you only knew the behind the scenes of what we're doing, like now, when we pull those 6 people tonight for Kate Spade, those are put in mail pouches. Those are patched out with little notes. Every time you have a winner on a Wednesday event, and we patch up prizes, it goes with a thank you from me. It's a little card we created. Thank you for being on a virtual events. Please come on. So we do that. So I just want you to know that because your director has financially participated in this, because she sees it as something for you, I want you to know that she did that because she wants you to have access to this. So please thank your director. We take a lot of time. Look at all you guys are thanking everybody. Thank you for doing that in the chat section. We take a lot of time and pride in doing these things. So we have a lot of events. We have 5 sharing events in January and 4 beauty events in January. One is Miranda with the trend report. And those are super fun. So you guys, please make sure that you're getting your people on that. It has served us so well. So, please make sure that you get your people on those. Those are amazing events for you to do, okay? All right, let's go from here. So ask yourself, what do you feel you need to do in order for you to get where you want to be in Mary Kay? Okay, so I want you to ask yourself, what do you need to do? And I think we all know that answer. So is it time management? For some of you, it might be time management. Is it figuring out a schedule? Is it being disciplined? And I will tell you that discipline will probably be the one thing that you need to do, because we get distracted, especially because we're all at home. And for those of you working another job, you come home, and then people or things or dogs or animals or husbands or whatever the case may be, they start at you. These are all key components to your success. So let's start with the number one, with your schedule. So let's talk about your schedule, okay? Your schedule and your goal has to be in sync. How many of you have a goal? How many of you have a big goal, okay? So your schedule and your goal has to be in sync with your goal, okay? For instance, if you said to me, Janice, I want to be a sales director in the next 90 days and debut on the seminar stage, but I only have 2 hours a week to put into the business, those will not work together. Those do not align together, okay? You can't put in 2 hours a week and debut as a sales director, okay? So the goal and the time has to be there together. So it takes planning and it takes execution, but you also must want to make the time to make it happen. Yeah. Well, realistic, somebody put something word in there, realistic. Okay. So you're the, I don't know that I'm not a realistic person. I mean, I've done some crazy things in my life. And I've just like, I went to Europe to build and I did not have one lead. Well, I knew one person in Holland, but I booked a bridal fair and paid 400 euro for a 2-day bridal event. I figured it was the same in America, it must be the same there. So I literally, now that would not be very logical. Sometimes when you think about logic like that, realistic, that was not realistic, but I had the desire to make it happen. So we can be realistic, but I want you to know, if you talk to any queen in the queen's chair every year at seminar, she had crazy stuff happen. It was not real for her. It could have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So you can be realistic, but stretch your mind to a throw up position. Okay. That doesn't sound very nice, but stretch your mind to a throw up position. Because if it's easy or if it's realistic and you're not getting sick over it, and you don't lose a little sleep every once in a while, so you have to stretch yourself to those kinds of things. When I moved to Santa Barbara, California, I knew one person there, but in 6 months we had 96 people. So, you have to know yourself too. So let's talk about now through February. Okay. February 28th. So let's talk about now. All right. Now is December 20. Are we at 23? Okay. December 23. Like, what happened to the month? How did we already get to Christmas Eve? What the heck happened? Okay. So, we still have December. We have until December 31st to still finish this month's goals, okay? So let's not discount December right now, you guys. We still have a lot of work to do. And I know people are saying, call me after the holidays, blah, 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 whatever. My first month of DIQ was December, okay? So I want you to know that you have to work a little bit differently when you have those big goals, okay? But let's talk about this. We still have till the 31st to finish this month's goals, like your $700 order. Okay, so I'm a big brand yourself. If you all do not earn this tote, I have no words for you. This is you can put a person in here, okay? This is the largest tote I've ever seen. And I would use this as my purse. In fact, what I would do, look at all those people. I would put your purse inside here, okay? And this would be your purse. So your purse is inside here, okay? This is huge. It's a small body bag, okay? It's big, but it's brand yourself, okay? So we still have time to that. What is it going to into your travel? So how many of you are traveling, okay? How many of you are with family? So here's what I would suggest if you don't have that tote yet, because you're still working for that tote. I would grab a tote, whatever tote you can, if you don't have the Mary Kay one. And in the next few days, many of you will be with family. I mean, a lot of you guys are going to be with family, like brothers, sisters, cousins, maybe people you haven't seen. What will you put in that tote, okay? Because a lot of you are going to see a lot of family in the next few days, seriously. So here's what I would do. I'd grab all your mascaras off your shelf, put them in the tote. I'd put lip glosses in there, put them in your tote. Hand creams, put them in your tote. I put at least $300 wholesale worth, 600 retail worth of products in a tote. And I'd sell them. I would be there. People are sick of eating on Christmas Day and there's nothing open. You can do makeovers. Take some lookbooks with you. All of those, okay? How about talking about an after Christmas sale that you're having? You know, it's so funny. If you go to stores tomorrow, which we don't, men do, they're out shopping just now. They started yesterday. Is that correct? You all know that, right? So I hope you're out there, okay? I'll tell you a story. Somebody remind me. I'll write the word story down here because I'm getting older, so I forget. Okay, story. So, you know, most men are out shopping like today and tomorrow. Okay. So it is really great. Do you know the day after Christmas, if you go into Target or Walmart or anything, do you know all the Christmas cards are gone? Do you know what's out? Valentine's. Whoosh, we went right into Valentine's Day. I mean, it's crazy. But most of your stores and your big companies will have an after Christmas sale. So besides your tote bag, which I want to encourage you all. In fact, I want to challenge everybody between now and Christmas Day, dinner, family, and everything, that you sell $300. Take lookbooks with you, take samples with you, take product with you, take lip glosses with you. Everybody's going to need a red lip gloss for Valentine's Day. Everybody's going to need Valentine's gifts. Everybody's going to need whatever you have left over for Christmas for Valentine's. So think about all those things. But you guys, don't go to something these next couple of days without your tote with you. Samples, charcoal masks, things like that. Take product with you to sell, okay? Because you haven't finished your goal yet. After Christmas sale, like everybody in the world is having an after Christmas sale. So what do you have put in place? We still have this month to finish off. I always say when you finish big, you start big. And I don't want you guys to say, well, I didn't sell enough to do my 700. Yes, you can. You can. It stretches you, but you need to do that. Okay. So I want everybody to have the body bag, the Mary Kay body bag. We're not going to call it that. Okay. The Mary Kay amazing tote bag. Okay. So if you finish big, you will start big. Okay. So make sure that wherever you go, you guys have product on your shelf. It should be going with you. Why are you going to places without product? While you're standing in line, while you're with family, while you're with friends, take your roll-up bag, stick it in that tote. All those things will go. So always set your goals to hit the next benchmark in Mary Kay. So I just want to say, first off, we have some goals to self-finish. Now, the last day of the month is the 31st. And I didn't even look. What day does that fall on? That's my bad. Sorry, I should be on top of this a little bit more. It's on a Tuesday. Okay, so it's on a Tuesday. Last day of the month is on Tuesday. You guys, there is plenty enough time for all of you, honestly, to sell a house. There's no reason why you all should not be getting that tote bag. Okay, just saying. All right, and don't tell me you can't. You can't. You just need to figure it out. Okay, so you can do that. But Mary Kay's put things in the benchmark. So let's talk about some Mary Kay benchmarks. So you have December 31st. We're going to do our 700. We're going to sell enough. We're going to finish that. We're going to do that. Okay. Even if you only have like $50 collected for the entire month, which we won't talk about, you should have more. That's a great thing to do. Okay. Even if you start today. Yes, exactly. Okay. But there are benchmarks for you in Mary Kay. And we always want to, at all these benchmarks, any place you go to in Mary Kay, you want to be in a higher position. Like if you're a red jacket right now, then you want to be a team leader at the next event or a future director. So the next benchmark that you have from the company is career conference in the month of March. Okay. So first off, I want to say to all of you right now who have a JOB, whatever the career conferences you're going to on that Friday, I want you to tell your boss this week you are having a female meeting, a doctor meeting, a something, a dental appointment. I don't care what you do, schedule a dental appointment or whatever, but you need to take that day off because you want to be fresh to hear everything. The career conference comes in March every year. It is a Friday and a Saturday. It normally starts in the afternoon on a Friday. So get the date ahead of time and make sure that you take the day off. Now, I will be personally in 2 locations. I will be in Allen, Texas and Santa Clara, California. So find out where your unit is going, talk to your director, find out where your unit is going, but jump in wherever you can. And here's some of the recognition that we are doing for the luncheon just for us. So if you're coming to either Allen, Texas, or you're coming to Santa Clara, California, we are giving recognition for stars. For 3 new team members, you get a gift. If you have 3 new team members, you've added December 1st through February 28th. February 28th is the cutoff. Your next benchmark is career conference based on what you do from December 1st through February 28th. So write that down. December 1st through February 28th. Okay, so you have that. We're also having Mary Kay trivia. We're doing red jacket recognition. Anybody who did it, there's 700 December through February. We're also doing that also. So where is your stretch? What you need to do to stretch, okay? We need to break it down. I want to share with you a couple things on career conference here. And I know there's a lot going on, so you got to pay attention, people, okay? So this is, I believe, the career conference recognition. And I'm sorry I cut this out, but I'm not really sure y'all can see it really well because they made it so light. So career conference 2025 recognition started December 1st. Like, I'm behind. Okay, so December 1st through February 28th, we'll invite all sales directors and beauty consultants to participate in the Pearls of Sharing Challenge. You know, this was a program that started for Mary Kay way back when, and super important to Mary Kay that she wanted you to add. So consultants will participate Pearls of Sharing to achieve the qualification below, and you can earn these fabulous Pearls of Sharing necklace when you attend Career Conference 2025 location. Add one or more great starts qualified people December through February. Don't just do one. What the heck? Okay. So you need one new qualified team member December, January, February. Okay. So someone who comes in with a $600 order or more or accumulates up to. So if you recruited her in December and she woke up in January and she placed her order, doesn't matter. So you want to do that. You guys remember, if you're not winning, you're not moving. And you've got to, like, these are benchmarks. So if you guys want to really make money in Mary Kay and move your business, you need to grab these benchmarks. So this is the first one. But that's not all. When you meet qualifications, you'll be entered into the drawing. So you get that one, you're entered in the drawing at Career Conference location to earn this classic Tory Burch. Now, if you don't know much about Tory Burch, very expensive, $500 to $700 to $1,000 at your location. And they're going to be live streaming from them. Yes, it is very expensive. It's that simple, okay? One person, people, really? Okay. Then this one here, the top 10 independent beauty consultants, Queens. Okay, so these top 10 achievers will receive a special gift and sash on stage at each Career Conference location. So it's Allen, Santa Clara, wherever the other ones are. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with all of them. Make sure you talk to your sales director about that. Yes. So the top 10 beauty consultants with the Court of Personal Sales, top 10 independent sales directors, Court of Sales, top 10 Queens Court of Sharing, and top 10 unit sales. You guys, seriously, again, you have to say, okay, what are the qualifications? On your mark and say, go. And then put your head down and go to work on this, okay? So these are, and this is on target. If you are on target for single star achievers, receive on stage a beautiful mother of pearl necklace as they cross the career conference. So any of you who, and we'll have to get all the figures for you, who are on target for single, double, or triple stars, we'll get all the production on there. So single, double, and triple stars, okay? They will also, you guys will automatically get a gift. Okay, so there's a lot going on in Career Conference, especially for those who are going to Allen or Santa Clara. I'm hosting a luncheon. If you didn't know that, we have limited space. So if you're going to Allen Career Conference and or Santa Clara, California, please make sure you talk to your director and get in before we sell out of that. The luncheon is for us and for recognition and information education ahead of time. So please take the day off. For those March 14th or March 21st. Those would be the days that you are now not going to your JOB. Okay, so I could tell you, I would say this, but people get mad at me when I say this, but I'll say it anyway. So just have a female related surgery. Tell your boss, you know, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not. But anyway, so that's what I would do on that, okay? So you need to make sure that you're career. So that is a benchmark. So you have December 31st as a benchmark, okay? And then you have March as a career conference benchmark. I got to grab my notes here. So there we go. Okay. So we have the next benchmark then would be the last benchmark of the year, March through June. The final four for Seminole. New location. The true test, I want you to listen to this. The true test of a leader is one who can adjust to change, to pivot to a new way. I do not know. Somebody asked in the chat section, when is registration for Career Conference to begin? Someone can put some C for, thank you, Chris. Early February. See, I knew something so smart. Okay. All right, so just make sure that you know the benchmark. March 14th or March 21st, whichever location you're going to, that's the day you're taking off. You tell your boss next week, okay, when they're in good mood, okay, whatever you need to do. But you know it now, okay? But remember, the qualifications for all of these prizes started December 1st. How many of you already have a new team member in this December? Put your name in the chat section if you already have a team member in. Who's ahead of the ball game? Let's look at that. There we go. So there we go. So who's ever got that? There we go. Good for you guys. All right. And again, you guys, it's not too late. We have 8 more days till the end of the month. Okay. You guys are going to be around a lot of family members. Talk about what you're excited about. Invite them to things. We have a lot going on. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. There we go. I have somebody who has 11 new team members this month who's finishing DIQ this month. And it's her first month. Okay. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. So I want to read this to you again. Sorry, I made notes. The true test of a leader is one who can adjust to change to pivot to a new way. Seminar 2025 is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So far, I have attended 41 seminars in Dallas, Texas. That's all I know. In fact, that's all the Texas people know. But Mary Kay would want us all to pivot. You know now in December that it's going to be in Charlotte. Okay. I've been at the Fairmont Hotel, the same hotel with the same staff, which is the scary part, for over 40 years. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm having to pivot on my very last seminar, not being in Dallas. And I'm okay with it because I know Mary Kay would say, you know what? That's what's the true test of a leader. So when we whine and complain, and trust me, I'm one of those people who likes things to never change. How many of you like those people like, I don't like change. I don't like change. I like consistent. I like the Fairmont. I know all the back doors. I know where the light switches go on. I like that. Okay. How many of you like that part? Okay. That's just me. I like not changing things. Like somebody like, why did they change the computers? I don't know. I didn't have a computer when I came into Mary Kay. I'm grateful for the computer. Okay. Change is hard, but it's important. Okay. So we now know on December the 23rd, that's in Charlotte, North Carolina. So prepare. Tell yourself, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay with this, okay? But the next plan is the cost. Now, I want you to understand something. This may cost you different amount of money depending on where you are, okay? I don't know what it is to cost this year, but I will tell you you need to plan right now. Now, my younger son, Ryan, got me involved in this crazy app, and I'll share it with you. I just debited out money now. It's called, why am I looking for it? I always can never find it when I need it. And I should find it right away. Write it down. It's a little tiny acorn. Do you see? Oh, you can't see it. Do you see that little tiny acorn on my phone? It's right there. See that acorn? Acorn. Acorn. There's my acorn. See there. There's my acorn right there. That is my acorns app. What is an acorn app? Okay, so literally, I mean, how many of you ever had a penny jar? Anybody have a penny jar or change jar where you just dump change in it? Why is my hair doing that? I don't know. Okay. Do you have penny jar or change jar when you just put, yeah, I love acorns too. So, all right. So yeah, you guys need to do this. Okay. So if you ever had a change jar, it's the same thing. So at the beginning of the month, on the 1st, I automatically out of my account, I put $50 in there. And then every time I go someplace, it rounds it up to the near dollar 2 times. I did 2 times round up. You don't have to, but I do 2 times round up. Okay. And I don't ever check it. On an average, my Acorns savings is over $200 a month. So if you figured about this, that you had this hookup, okay, out of sight, out of mind, change out of sight, out of mind. Okay. So if you did it in January, 200, February, 200, March, 200, April, 2, 4, 6, 8, that's $800 towards seminar. I cannot even begin to tell you how many of my people have been able to finish off their star when somebody canceled their party because they had money in their acorns. And I know it sounds crazy, but also when you have this app, companies like Chevron and Shell and a lot of your major corporations, when you have like $200 in there, they put 25 cents here, 25 cents there. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, literally, but do the roundups. Like it is great, okay? And you all can text me and I will send you if you want. There's like a $5 savings on it. So if you all want to text me, I will give you my hookup. I probably just made myself nuts tonight by doing that. But I can send it to you and then you can sign up for it. It literally has saved my people. Okay, so let's just do this. All right, whether you want to do that or not, let's just talk about seminar. All right, so you're going to hold a party in January, February, and March. One party in each month, and you're going to dedicate the sales of that party to seminar. The party must be at least 5. Yeah, so I knew that was going to happen. All right, turn off my phone. So the party of 5, let's say it's $350. Okay, and you held 3 parties. Okay, one in January, one in February, and one in March, dedicated to seminar at $350 each with 5 people. Now, you guys, it's easy. That's $175 times 3, which is $525. Buy your airline ticket then. Buy your airline ticket. Okay, buy your airline ticket at the end of March. All right, so you buy your airline ticket and then secure your room with your roommate and register in April. Do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. This is my last official seminar. I want to see you all there. A lot of us are together. So this is my last official seminar, and I want to make sure that you are there on my last official seminar. Okay, so I just wanted to say that too. But where will you be by June 30? Okay, so these are some benchmarks. So you have December, you have March for career conference, and then you have seminar. And you guys have to pay attention to the benchmarks. Yeah, bought your airline tickets for, say, some of you guys are really good at that. I'm on a mission for my plane ticket. Yeah, you guys think ahead like this. I love when people say to me, oh, it's too expensive. Well, you didn't plan. It's that, go back to the very part of this, beginning of this training tonight, discipline. So here's what I want you to ask yourself tonight. Are you ready? Write this down. How will your today discipline? How will your today's discipline make a difference in where you want to be? And what do you need to do currently in your schedule to make your goals come true, to come to fruition? What do you do? What do you need to change in your schedule to make your goals come true? We must sometimes give up. I always just say you might sometimes give up temporary things for future success. Or we need to be a little inconvenienced. And that's the part that I always talk to people. I said, why didn't you do it? Because I wasn't willing to be inconvenienced. You have to be willing to be inconvenienced a little bit. You have to be willing to push through when people don't cooperate. That's what makes a difference between a leader, to make it happen. Ask yourself, number 1, do I need to get out there more? Okay, this is the questions. Write these down. Do I need to get out there more? Are you branded? Okay, am I out seeing people? Okay, so tonight I was out with my husband for dinner before I did this event. I made these little cute gift certificates. I don't know why I do this. I have no time for this. It's a game. It doesn't matter. Little cello bag, $20 after the holidays makeover, 2 charcoal mask samples, and my business card in there. And I've given these, I've made up 50 of these. I've left these all over town. I give these to the nice waitresses who are out there. What are you guys doing these next few days? Get this stuff out there. After the holiday makeovers gift certificate, they get $20. I don't have time to do this stuff. I'm just doing this because it's fun, you know? I don't know why I do this stuff, okay? But are you branded? So number 1, do I need to get out there more? Do y'all need to get out there more? And are you branded? Number 2, do I have a sample to give out with cards? That was my sample. Do I have a sample to give out with cards? That's number 2. Do you have samples? How do you put them together? You guys, charcoal mask samples, the cheapest sample. If you need to get out more, then you need accountability with your director or find another consultant. I always find consultants are really good together. Excuse me. I hope I don't need water. Anyway, consultants are really good together. They're power up partners. But if both of you are weak, don't go together. It's not good, okay? To give out cards with samples. Hang tight. Am I involved enough in my community? Am I involved enough in my community? Sorry, I'm getting water now. Hang tight. Sorry, buddy. Am I involved enough in my community and looking for pop-up events or vendor events to gain more leads? Am I involved enough in my community and looking for pop-up events to gain more leads. That's number 3. Number 4, am I strong enough? Is my strength? Where am I strong? Am I strong in my booking? Or do I feel confident in my closing? Okay. Do I feel confident in my closing? Are you good at your booking? Do you feel confident in your closing? I don't know why that's happening tonight. I'm glad it's not a real virtual event with guests on tonight. Do I feel confident in my closing? You all need to be really good students. You know, I was a really good student, Mary Kay. I watched the nationals in front of me. I listened to their tapes. I read what they did. I didn't want to reinvent a wheel that was already invented. So be a good student and jump in and be a master at it all. Be disciplined to make this your best year ever. So if you are not good at closing, if you are not really good at booking, you know where your hole is. Whatever you need. If you go onto my website, and your director knows my website, there is under resources, and then under virtual resources. So under resources and under virtual resources, okay? Under my virtual resources, this last 8 months of training, team building, parties, booking, how to call people, all those, like there's like 7 training classes on all of those. Re-listen, re-go back. Be a master at all these things. Where do you feel like you need the help? Most of you need to get out of your head, I will tell you that right now, and not worry about it. The people who say no and work your odds, okay? That's why I love to do chamber events or mixers or bridal fairs or booth events, things like that, because when I have 50 leads and one person says no, I'm not affected. But if I have one lead and she says no, or the phone number is disconnected or whatever, I have no. So be a master at all. You have to be disciplined to make this your best year ever. So really, it just depends on what you want to do and where you want to be. So the first benchmark right now is December 31st. I'm going to ask you, if you have not done your 700 right now, what do you need to do? Thank you for putting my website up there. What do you need to do to finish your 700? You guys have plenty of time. If you sold $100 a day, you could do this, okay? But that shouldn't be a problem. You guys should be doing that every single month. That tote bag, you'll never get that tote bag again. That's branding yourself. That's amazing, okay? And put all your product in there. Take it wherever you go. Put your purse in there. It goes to the grocery store. It's in your grocery cart. It's with your samples. It's with everything. What do you need to do to finish your first benchmark, your first goal? Remember, when you finish big, you start big. All right, so finish December 1st, okay? Because you want to finish big to start big. Then your next benchmark is March. What do you need to do? I want you to write down all the things that are being recognized at Career Conference. Now, if you're going to the career conferences I am, then all the things are at the luncheon. So you have the company promotions and you have the luncheon promotions recognition. And I want you to write all of the things down. And I want you to start figuring out how you're going to reach every single one of them. And then the last benchmark is seminar. Because if you reach the benchmarks in March, you're going to reach them in seminar. And then many of you will be debuting on stage at seminar. So remember, when you start big, when you finish big, you end big, you start big. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you today, tonight. So I hope that these things have helped you. How are we doing on time? Oh, not too bad. But you do have those deadlines. 12/31 first deadline. Okay. February 28th for career conference, second deadline. Next deadline is June 30th. Okay. There's some career conference. There's some Star Consultant times in there also too. But you know what? The most important thing is you guys get out the starting gate. And the reason I wanted to come on here today, 2 days before Christmas, is I don't want you to wait till January 1. Because a lot of these qualifications for career conference and for this month end soon. And you guys are going to be with a lot of families these next few days. I want you to have the most amazing finish in 2024 so that you can thrive in 2025. And I know that you all can do all of this, okay? It is a crazy time for me right now also too. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I am going to go to leadership. I'm super excited about going to leadership and watching 20 of my national friends, 20 of them debut as a merit high. I will be home for 24 hours and then I jump to Germany for their leadership conference, and I will be in Holland and Germany for 12 days, and then I'll be back home. So it is a ride sometimes. I know it's seriously a ride, but it's all good. I just get off a plane and get in the car and just drive, and it's all good. I am grateful every day for this company and what it has given me. My recruiter, Rita, in November turned 91, the person who brought me into Mary Kay. And I only came in to shut her up because she was literally driving me crazy. So you never know where your life can turn. My 21st car is about to arrive, which is my last Mary Kay car. And they just finished doing a photo shoot for me for the museum. Now my head's going to hang in the museum. That's like exciting. There was a story and I forgot I was going to tell you, and then I forgot the story. So see, I wrote a story down and I don't remember what it was. So that's what happens when you get older. Anyway, I'm going to stop this crazy recording.